Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to another episode of The Fishing Teacher, and much appreciate you guys joining me today, checking out the video. It's always appreciated for that. And guys, today I'm going to show you one of my favorite big bass setups, and that's how to fish a jig and a tube setup. Now this is something you don't see very often. Most people that fish jigs are fishing some type of a chunk or a curly-tailed trailer on it. But guys, a tube is a great way to catch big ones on it, but there's a certain way that you have to rig it and set it up. So I'm gonna show you that in today's video. And also guys, thank you very much for everybody out there that has taken the time to subscribe to the channel and use my my video links that I put in the description to all my stuff, like my tackle warehouse links. I really appreciate you guys supporting the channel by using all that. So thank you very much for that. Okay guys, the jig and tube setup, I'm gonna show you how to set it up. Now, how I found this out, guys, is I was fishing, it was probably been, man, at least 25 or 30 years ago. Well, probably 30 years ago down at Table Rock Lake. Me and my buddy were down there, and the water was high. It was from the flooded in the bushes. And we got down there and we were planning on flipping jig and pork frogs. That's, you know, we didn't have like the chunk type plastic trailers back then. We did have tubes. But we forgot our pork frogs at home, and the only thing we had as a trailer was a tube on there. So we started using a tube on the trailer of a jig, guys, and we caught, the day we were out there, we caught like a 9-pounder and a 7-pounder and a 6-pounder. And it just convinced me after that. And then shortly after that, Guido Hibden almost won the tournament at Bull Shoals slipping a jig and tube. So that's how I got started with this. But there's a certain way you have to set them up, because you can't just thread the tube on a jig and expect it to stay, because a tube is hollow inside. So what you have to do, guys, is you have to insert a piece of plastic worm in the tube to give you something to hang on to. So what I usually do is I'll take like a, Zoom finesse worm like this, and I'll cut probably about 3/4 of an inch or so off it like that, and then wet it. And I usually like to slice the tube open just a little bit to give me some type of a little bit easier access to it. Slice it open and take that piece of plastic, and depending upon how thick the tube is, you may have to work out a little bit, and insert that tube, work it up in there a little further. And like I said, some of it is harder than others depending. Try to get it up there close to the head there where your jig's at. And then once you get it in there, you've got a solid piece of plastic there for your keeper on your jig to hang on to. So here's the jig keeper here, and that keeper is going to hook onto that piece of plastic. So then what I'll do is I'll just come through just like you normally, and right when I come through there, I'm in a hard piece. Put it up on there, and that thing's not going anywhere. And guys, that is the simple jig and tube setup. Now, it looks really good in the water. I don't know why more people don't use it, because this thing looks just like a crawdad, but I can promise you guys, doesn't that look good? I have caught a bunch of big ones on this thing. So I just wanted to pass that along with you. Most of the time, I'm always using some type of a brown or green. I've never done it with like a dark color, like a black. Most everything is like either a brown jig or a green pumpkin jig with some type of a green pumpkin watermelon tube on it. But guys, I promise you that'll get you a good bite right there. Usually just, flip it around any type of flooded cover, or whatever you're flipping. It could be grass, it could be trees, anything like that. Flipping stick, 25-pound test line, go after it, man. So anyway, give it a try. I think it'll get you some good bites, and we'll talk to y'all later. See you.